If you know anything about Demon Slayer, you know it's filled with tons of sick characters, each with a completely different vibe. There's people like Sonami who are hot-headed and forceful, and people like Giyu who are reserved and tactical, but there's one character that seems to shine brighter than all the rest. I'm of course talking about Kyojuro Rengoku, the Flame Hashira. In my opinion, Rengoku was the most powerful Hashira, but I'm not just talking about raw strength. He had more impact on the story than any other Hashira in the core, and today I'm going to be explaining why. Rengoku's power did not just come from his flame breathing, but it came from his undying will and dedication to the cause, even if it cost him his life. Before we get into that though, we gotta do a little background check on who Rengoku really was and what he could do, so let's dive right into it. Kyojuro was the eldest son of Shinjiro Rengoku, the previous Flame Hashira. While he had been trained by his father for some time, due to the death of his mother and his father's discovery of Hinokami Kagura, his training had stopped. His father had become a major alcoholic and repented his sons for being weak, and refused to be their father figure. Despite the neglect, Kyojuro never once failed to keep his spirits high and help out his brother when he needed it. Now without a mentor, the only thing that he could use to learn flame breathing was the 3 chapters left of the Flame Breathing Chronicles, which over the years he used to master the art. Just like his father before him, he rose to be the new Flame Hashira and an incredible fighter. He even took Mitsuri Kanroji under his wing to train her to be a demon slayer, but she was not able to master flame breathing. Instead, thanks to Rengoku's help, she was able to create an offshoot of flame breathing that was more adapted to her fighting style, which he named love breathing. Rengoku never once denied helping out a fellow member of the Corps, and even in his background, this goes to show his commitment to the cause. Taking a look at his actual story though is why we get to see Rengoku so inspirational. While we see him a few other times throughout the series, he's known for his performance during the Mugen Train arc. Rengoku was sent out to eliminate a demon that had been reported to be causing trouble in the area, and surprisingly enough, he actually dispatched the demon very quickly. Only later would we come to find out that this was not actually the main demon, and only when our main cast meets Rengoku does the real battle start. We first get to see Rengoku's power when the lower level demon on the train begins to attack passengers, but Rengoku does not let that slide. Before they can even do anything, Rengoku swiftly dispatches them, saving the passengers. Later on, the main cast is put to sleep with the intention of their spiritual cores being destroyed. But this also does not go as planned, as we get to see Rengoku's will to survive and protect. Just as his core is about to get destroyed, he manages to unconsciously apprehend the assassin and stay alive long enough for Tanjiro and Nezuko to wake everyone up. More than anything, Rengoku's mission is to protect those who can't protect themselves. It's a motto that his mother told him to live by, and he has never once questioned that decision. With his skills, he was able to fend off attacks on passengers in 5 different train cars all at once at the same time, without letting any of them get hurt. While all of this is really impressive, it's only after Tanjiro deals the final blow to the Mugen Train demon where we get to see why Rengoku is so loved. After the train is finally stopped and the cast gets to catch their breath a little, Akaza shows up out of nowhere and goes for the kill on a wounded Tanjiro, only for Rengoku to dash in and cut right through the demon's arm. Rengoku got pissed at this as he did not approve of Akaza trying to deliberately target the weak. Impressed with his speed, Akaza offered Rengoku to become a demon, saying that he would have plenty of time to refine his skills and that he had so much potential, but Rengoku didn't even hesitate to respond with a no. Rengoku has always been of the mind that it's his job to protect and serve no matter what. He doesn't care about having any of the power for himself. All he wants to do is use his strength to protect those who have none. Even when Rengoku is wounded in their battle, Akaza yells at him to become a demon or he'll die, but it never changes Rengoku's mind, in fact only strengthening his resolve. He always believed that death is part of what makes human life so special, and to give his life protecting those who need saving would be the greatest honor he could ever have. But it's not like he wanted to die. He wasn't just giving up and throwing in some sacrifice play. Rather, his will had only gotten stronger in their fight, and he continued to push forth and overpower the demon. This is where we got to see one of the most iconic moments in all of Demon Slayer, Flame Breathing's Night Form Kunokata Rengoku. This is the final form of fire breathing, and the most powerful attack of them all. He takes all the strength he can possibly muster and blitzes toward Akaza like a flaming dragon. Even though his attack failed to kill him, with a fist driven right through his chest, Rengoku did not stop fighting. On the brink of death, he never even once thought about the fact that he was going to die, but rather that there were still people that needed protecting. He was able to hold Akaza in place long enough for the sun to rise and forcing him to flee, but Rengoku is not going to make it. But this is why I believe his death is so powerful. He still won the fight. He did not kill Akaza and ended up dying himself, but his mission to save everyone was still a success. None of the passengers or other demon slayers died. He fulfilled his mission to the very end and never once questioned his resolve for doing what he did. In his final moments, he remembered what his mother had told him, and died with a smile on his face. And this is exactly why I love Rengoku so much. He stuck it out to the very end and gave it absolutely everything he had to protect those who needed protecting. While many of the Corps were incredibly sad about his death, especially Tanjiro, I think the story would have gone a lot different without him. His death was the inspiration for so many to get even stronger than they thought possible, and gave them insane willpower and unshakable resolve. Tanjiro even adopted Rengoku's sword guard on his own katana, making sure that Rengoku's strength will forever live inside him and the Demon Slayer Corps. Another crazy fact is that he did all this without ever reaching the full potential of a Hashira. We haven't seen much of this in the anime, but in the manga, the Demon Slayer Mark, Red Nature and Blade, and Transparent World are all abilities that high-level Slayers can acquire, and Rengoku never had any of them. The mark significantly boosts all stats, and if he had it, he probably would have beaten Akaza. The red Nichiren blade can be acquired by pure grip strength or extreme collision between another Nichiren blade, and gives the sword anti-regen properties. During Rengoku's fight, he landed many hits that would have been fatal if Akaza were a human, and a red Nichiren blade would most certainly have given Rengoku the win without a doubt. The Transparent World is an ability where the user can see through the demon and all of their organs, blood vessels, and energy. This allows them to pinpoint weak spots and predict enemy attacks, which also would have been significant help to Rengoku. And yes, if you think about all that in hindsight, it's sad that he died, but the fact that he was able to do everything that he did without any of those abilities is just wild. Before we end off, there's just one more thing I wanted to mention, and that's the meaning behind Rengoku's name. If you remember earlier, I mentioned that Flame Breathing's final form was Kunokata Rengoku, and you might think that because it's his name, he created it, but that's not actually true. In Japanese, Rengoku symbolizes purgatory, a place between life and death where souls go to be judged. Rengoku is the physical embodiment of that, guiding all demons to hell while making sure the souls of the innocent are safe and protected from harm. This is the embodiment of Flame Breathing, and its final form as well. The form was created hundreds of years ago, and most likely the original creator of the form named it after the Rengoku family to honor their legacy and commitment to the cause. And that's why this scene is so powerful. It's not just Kyojuro's technique, but rather a final form passed down from generations that connects all the Rengokus through their unrelenting spirit of self-sacrifice. That about does it for me, so if you guys like this video and want to see more like it, make sure to hit that subscribe button and drop a like if you liked it. I'm mostly doing shorts right now, and I figured I'd just try out some longer form stuff. So if you guys enjoy this or have any ideas on more videos that I could do, drop them in the comments and I'll make sure to take a look. Alright, that's enough yapping. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later!